This is Stacy McKibben with the Master Communicator podcast, where CEOs, senior leaders, and C-suite executives share their advice. It's 6 questions in 9 minutes because the best leaders know how to share their ideas concisely and quickly. Let's jump right in. Question number 1. In a few sentences, tell me who you are and what you do.
Yeah, so hi Stacy. I'm Alex Smereczniak. I'm 28 years old. I'm originally from Red Wing, Minnesota, and I'm currently the co-founder and CEO of 2U Laundry, which is a tech-enabled laundry and dry cleaning delivery company with operations in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, I can't wait till you make your way out to San Diego. Come on, Alex.
2021.
Yahoo! Come our way. That sounds amazing. All right, question number 2 for you. What's the best thing about leading people from your perspective?
Yeah, so I think a lot of it was, building a company has been new to me, and I think the daily challenge with leading people is, the ability to truly empathize, understand, and actively listen. As human beings, we're all so different, but so similar at the same time. And I think navigating those differences, but capitalizing on the similarities is a fine line to walk at the same time. And I love that challenge as you get to see the absolute best in people, despite some of those underlying differences and their passions and everything, despite, again, having some truly stark differences at the same time. And that every day is incredibly exciting to me.
That's fun. So you're kind of a glutton for punishment, huh? Is that what
yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. One of my favorite questions. I often hear from other leaders that business would be great if it weren't for that pesky people part. I'm curious, what are your thoughts about that? Especially in a tech-enabled business, right? Where you're trying to create maybe a little bit of distance between, the provider and the client. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's funny. I initially laugh at that, especially in part of our business, we grew so quickly and we ended up having about 130 employees, most of which are hourly employees. And so some people might say even more of those, those pesky people, because it's a dispersed workforce. It's a lower wage workforce. And so different challenges come with that than, a salaried workforce or a traditionally kind of headquartered type salaried workforce.
Yeah.
But I think the reason people feel that way, it's probably similar to the differences I mentioned in my last answer. For me personally, though, I love all of the people, and I tell them that. I actually sign off emails, love you guys, love you, and I feel that way about them because they've all brought and taught me so many new things on an ongoing basis, and that's such a valuable gift. And I really do look at it that way, as our individuals driving our vehicles and folding the clothes have taught me something about life that no one else ever could have or would have. And so I think we all, as individuals, have a choice every single day to look for that positive interaction and that positivity with those interactions with our teams and our people, relationships we have, the interactions, et cetera, versus looking at that negative interaction or the less than perfect and letting 120 seconds in a day ruin the other 43,000. And so it's really, to me, it's a choice that I make every day to accept that valuable gift of what I can learn from my team every day, despite our differences.
You're using the magic word, which is choice, right? So I'm loving hearing that, because again, it's got to be so powerful to be in the driver's seat on some of those things, to choose to think that way or to see things that way. That's what a great leadership style for people to follow.
Thank you.
What other successful business leaders like yourself should be on the podcast? Who else should we be paying attention to?
Yeah, so there's one actually right in the same building that I'm in that came to mind. His name's Bill D'Alessandro, and he's actually one of my first mentors. He's a great CEO. He started his business in Colorado and eventually moved here. And he's got 15 different niche brands, all e-commerce, from mosquito repellent to dog nose balms to help with sores or scratches on their noses. So it ranges from everything. And he's just done such a good job managing 10 different companies basically within one, and protecting all the brands and messaging that each of those require, and building a great culture with his team at the same time. So I think he's just done a good job.
Wow, the flexibility he must be able to demonstrate in terms of being able to handle all those things. That sounds amazing.
Yep, and shifting his team back and forth too. It's impressive to watch.
Wow, that's great. Takes the whole agile project management thing to another level, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's great. Question 5, what piece of advice about communication would you give to other leaders?
I think it would be however much you're communicating as it is today, do it 5 to 10 times more and on varied channels,
Mhm.
different, mediums. What I mean by that is, we all interpret things differently, listen differently, and have just different things going on in our day-to-day lives. Some people respond more to visual communication, others auditory. Some people may have just had a catastrophic event that happened in life, and so the first time you communicated to them, they weren't listening, they weren't fully there, they weren't fully present. And so I challenged myself to repeatedly communicate things over and over, multiple times a week, different mediums, because the first time I said it, someone might not have been listening for very valid reasons, and I want to give them the respect to give them that message again. And for the ones that did hear it, I'm only reinforcing it.
Wow. I'm blown away by your answers. Truly, I think that, again, this is, I'm very excited for everybody out here who gets a chance to hear you talk today. This is amazing. All
Thank
right,
you.
magic question number 6 for you. Tell us about your favorite boss or teacher who's really influenced you. Because
Yeah,
at a
so
young 28, you're very wise with a lot of your insights. Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that. I think mine, the first person that comes to mind is a professor that I had at Wake Forest. So I was like an accidental entrepreneur minor. I started and ran a business before I decided to minor in it, is what I mean by that. I didn't minor and then decide something. So I decided to go see her, and I figured, hey, I'm running this company. I should probably get some help. And her name's Polly Black. She was the entrepreneurship director at Wake Forest, where I went undergrad. And is one of the most selfless individuals I've ever met. I mean, there were multiple nights where I'd come just not being able to sleep about this, wrestling this problem at 7, 8 at night, well after office hours should be over. She should be at home with her family having dinner. And she's like, nope, I know this is important. I know what it's like being in the trenches. Let's get on the whiteboard and figure this out. And she would stay that extra 2 hours that, she could have been spending with her family. This wasn't every night, but it was multiple times, a month or a week, and she'd be willing to do it every time, and just was so selfless, knowing how I was feeling as a person on an island trying to run this business for the first time, young, figuring it out, and she'd jump in and offer that guidance and wisdom that she did. And so much of, I think, what I've learned is definitely kind of dedicated and because of her.
Wow, I love that. And I think a big piece of how you've actually been describing a lot of the things you're doing emulates even that gift that she gave to you. It sounds like, from the way that you invest in your people, that you often give of yourself that way too. So I love
Pay it
that.
forward.
Pay it forward. That's what I was going to say. Stealing my lines, Alex. Well, it's been such a delight to have you on the show. I've really, honestly, I meant it with all sincerity when I say I've really blown away with the sincerity and the authenticity and the succinctness with which you're able to deliver your ideas. How can people reach out and find you if they want to introduce themselves or learn more about your business or beg you to come to their area?
Yeah, so I absolutely believe in paying it forward. People can email me at alex@2ulaundry.com. That's the number 2, the letter U, and then laundry.com. Or give me a call or text me at 651-764-0342. I'm happy to answer any questions or help out where I can.
That's awesome. Well, again, thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. And this is Stacey McKibben with the Master Communicator Podcast. For more ideas and insights, please do go check us out at www.concilioteam.com. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care.